Let's rank the best Ninjago characters. Taking the 10th place for me personally has to be Master Wu. Now, there could be an argument somewhere in here that maybe he is a lot more deserving of being better than this. Sure, but I do feel like this character has made a great amount of mistakes and has had just bad character development that really brings him down a lot. I feel like Wu gained a lot of importance only after season 5 came around, and there hasn't really been anything done with him since season 10. It's just due to all of this that I do have to bring him down here. Taking the 9th place is gonna have to be Pytho P. Chumsworth. This absolute goofball somehow made it here. This is probably the second most important Ninjago villain, showing up in what? Season 1, Season 3, Season 4, Dear the Departed, and Crystallized. That is close to about 5 seasons. This means that in the original Ninjago show, this man showed up for about close to 1/3 of the entire show. He is just such a fun character, and honestly such a great personality too, that it's really hard for me to give him anything lower than this. Could there be an argument for Master Wu being higher than him? Definitely. I think in 9 out of 10 cases, Master Wu is probably the better character, but Pytho is Pytho. I'm sorry, this guy is awesome. Taking the 8th place, and this is where I think a lot of you all will kind of start to fall apart on me, Jay Walker. Spoiler alert, every ninja is on this list, and I just feel like Jay had to take this 8th place. I love this guy, don't get me wrong. I feel like his comedic moments are awesome in like the first 8 seasons, but somewhere in the Oni trilogy, this went overboard. He went from a smart and quippy person to someone who is a literal man-child whose favorite things are underpants and pee. This man had one of the biggest downfalls in the entirety of the series. The love triangle of season 3 didn't do any favors for him either. If anything, it just made his character a lot worse because by the time season 6 rolled around, he was basically just a simp. And I mean, even Dragon's Rising hasn't done anything with him. He has a lot of flaws to him. And Dragon's Rising seems to be fixing that somehow. Yet Dragon's Rising is also very obviously trying to detach Jay from the entire Ninjago storyline as well. So it's not doing him any favors. I just feel terrible for Jay. And I'm a Jay fan. I truly am. To the Jay fans out here, I'm a Jay fan. He is my favorite ninja since I started watching Ninjago. He used to be my favorite. Banner of my channel. You see my logo? That's him. That's Jay. Yet Ninjago is truly disrespecting us, the Ninjago veterans, and this is horrible. Pathetic. Even what Dragon's Rising is doing to him, this is absolute pathetic dog shit. But we have to find a way to save Jay. Taking the 7th spot in a very similar vein, Zane. I'll be honest with you, Zane was bound to be low here because he has never been someone I really ever grow close to. I never related to him in any way, and I found him cool sometimes. I saw him having cool fights, but I'll be honest, nothing with him ever gave me any emotion. I couldn't care less when he sacrificed himself for the Overlord. I just never cared for him from the start. He was always the one who felt odd to me. I know a lot of you will really not like my opinion on this too, but I do feel like, at least now, he just doesn't have any substance left. Maybe to you guys he's had some good moments, but after season 8, there's really nothing left except for cool fights. They don't do anything with the Ice Emperor after enslaving an entire race. This man is just good old Zane again. It really is pathetic. Zane and Jay are two ninjas who've been actively tormented by the riders. And I just feel like once again, there's not much here. I'm a Zane fan. I like Zane. I'm not going to deny that. I really like Zane. But again, there's nothing left here. It's just, why is Ninjago sucking the life out of these characters? Why is Ninjago purposely taking them out of the show? I mean, Zane's obviously in the show, but he might as well not be in the show. He's doing nothing. He's sitting ducks out there. He's doing nothing. Taking the 6th place, and this is honestly, again, another splitting point for all of you. Pixel. Now, how is she above Zane? Again, I just feel like she has a lot more substance to her than Zane does. Ninjago treats Pixel and gives Pixel exactly what she needs. She's cool, she's awesome. She is the superior Samurai X. And Ninjago really does not give Zane much of this treatment anymore. I just feel like she's a lot more useful to the team as well. She has really cool fight scenes as well. And maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe Season 3 of Dragon's Rising does something to Zane and gets him back on track. But as of now, Pixel is the better ninja. Even in Dragon's Rising, really, it's surprising, but Pixel has literally more purpose than Zane. I mean, Zane's just there, but Pixel's weapons, her lab, is still actively being used. That's just the simplest of arguments I'm making. That's all. The 5th spot is going to the poster child of the show, Lloyd Garmadon. This man is Ninjago's main character, so there's really not much less you can put him in. He's always been the star character of the show, and in almost every season, which is good, he has been a good character. Though honestly, the opposite of that, in seasons which are bad, he is 5 out of 10 times the main reason as to why the season is bad. He was a pathetic little kid in season 7. Yeah, you heard me right, season 7, not season 1. And yeah, the only trilogy that has definitely carried this character a lot. Harumi has carried this character a lot. But I mean, Crystallized Lloyd exists. Crystallized Lloyd is such a douche. I hate him so much. I won't spoil Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2, but they do some things with Lloyd, and this place is just given to him by default now. There's not much really good left about him except for he's the Green Ninja, he has a lot of character development, so you gotta put him here. I mean, going back to Crystallized Lloyd as well, he says stuff like, oh, the Oni caused destruction, and he says stuff like this. Does he forget Miss Take? Miss Take was a full-blooded Oni. She sacrificed her life for Lloyd and her friends to be able to escape. How does he just forget that? It's just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. The 4th place is Neara. Neara, for sure, deserves this spot a lot. I'm honestly a big Neara fan, and I think Ninjago messed her character up a bit during season 3 to 6, but she has always been an exception. She's by far had the most growth in Ninjago, and I won't get into many details about her because this video is already pretty long. But Seabound was a pretty great add-on for her character as well. I honestly felt like Samurai X would have been the way to go with her character, and I wasn't 100% on board with the Water Ninja arc, but they did make it work, so I can't complain much. 3rd spot, my guy Kai. Kai is honestly one of the best Ninjago characters, and is honestly always in my top 10. I mean, of course he'll be in my top 10. He's always been in my top 3. He's just awesome. He was the hothead of the team since the beginning, and I do feel like he lost himself somewhere near season 6. But Dragons Rising has done wonders for him. Absolute wonders. Seeing him getting calm, trying to teach Wildfire, especially how he learned to control himself after his sister's sacrifice to the sea as well. I mean, I did always cringe at him for trying to become the Green Ninja. Like he'd say, I should have been the Green Ninja, I should have been the Green Ninja. But hey, it's Kai, get over it. Season 5 was wonderful for Kai, just perfection. But he does have a few issues. Like, of course, Season 11 portrayal. The second sport is going to Garmadon, Lord Garmadon, Sensei Garmadon, Emperor Garmadon, or Oni Garmadon. Basically, any of those names work. This man is single-handedly one of the best fictional characters ever. He goes through such an intricate arc throughout the entire series. He was bit by the Great Devourer, which made him turn evil, and while it was not his fault, and he kind of grows out of it by the time Season 2 ends, Season 4 reveals his past with Chen, which basically makes him, kind of the same amount of bad, but now he's good. It's a thing. His past with Chen's revealed, and of course he dies. He shows up for a little bit in Season 5. I think he shows up in like the second last episode. I forget the episodes. And then every terrible thing about him is brought back in Season 8 by none other than Rumi. By the time Season 10 rolls around, he has learned that this life is still salvageable, and that's what he does, culminating it in Crystallize, as he finally finds peace within. He even gets more backstory in Sharaspin, and so even if he's not showing up in Dragons Rising specifically for the time being, he is literally still affecting the Dragons Rising storyline massively. And of course, how can I forget the Garmadon comics as well? Absolute perfection. But the best Ninjago character, at least for now in my opinion, Cole, the Earth Ninja, who is completely down to earth, sees the flaws in people and helps them get rid of them, not hate them for it instead. He is a truly fantastic character and one I absolutely love. Now, admittedly, Dragons Rising is not doing him any favors with her character. But hey, he's always been a star even in the worst seasons. Like, Cole is just so likable. When their Departed came around, what did he do? He didn't take Sensei Yang's bud. He tried to understand him and tried to help him let go of his... And even his elemental power is awesome. The elemental power of Earth, of course. It's given us magnificent figures like RX Cole. And speaking of RX Cole, check out my ranking of the best Ninjago minifigures right here. Thanks for watching, keep yourself safe, and peace out.